Hey, this is MVT Sky's Daily Read Channel, and today is the 23rd, and we're still in this Saturn energy. And the overall energy today is Mercury. So this is the discussion of Gemini, Virgo houses. You're talking about mentality, communication, expression, and you also talk about service and occupation. So when you have this Pluto here, there's endings and changes that may take place here in the Scorpio energy and all of the vibrations. So let's see what Saturn is talking about real fast. And I'm using oracle cards today. So let's see. Saturn speaks to the 10th house. Excuse my bell. Alright, so we have benefit with gratitude is the card for Saturn. So if you are benefiting in your 10th house and you're doing good in your 10th house, then say gratitude is necessary. Continue to push out that energy of gratitude. Now, let's see what Taurus is talking about in Mercury. Care for the earth. So pay attention to your Virgo house. The Virgo is the earth aspect under Mercury. So, be mindful, service occupations, foods, if you deal with food, if you deal with animals. But also, even when you're dealing with Saturn, your communication and thought, remember to care about the earth. Right? So let's look and see what's going on in the high frequency real fast. The Magician. Alrighty, the Wheel of Fortune comes back up. And then you have the Lovers that come up. So the Lovers is a discussion of Gemini. We got this Sagittarius. And then you have the Magician, which is Mercury. So when there may be some changes when you do, yeah, that's Gemini also, right? And then you have the Lovers here, which is also Gemini. So let's look at the fact that there will be some changes in how one manifests. So this should be a good change in a higher frequency. Things change, things end, things restart. How are you manifesting and putting it together when you're trying to create this good old Wheel of Fortune and good old partnerships in relationships and twin flame connections? This may be happening, and there may be some changes that go on up there, but these are all positive cards. They all come out nice. So let me see what's going on in the medium frequency real fast. So you have this 7 of Cups here. Change. Six of Coins, which came up the other day also. And you also have this 8 of Wands that comes up. So when you're talking about this 7 of Cups, right? This is choices and options. Sometimes it can be overindulgence. Sometimes it can be illusions, right? But outside of that, there's giving and taking and balance that needs to happen. Okay, so there may be some things where there's options that may change, or some things that need to be clear, okay, before making options, before giving, before making changes and putting things in action. So these are the things that you may experience a change in, where things may clear up for some of those who are moving up into this Magician energy. What are you giving to? What are you offering? What are you sharing? How are you splitting the pot, whether it's money, your time, whatever, your energy? How is that moving into your Wheel of Fortune? And then when you come through with this 8 of Wands, things are in motion, right? What's in motion? The twins here, the Lovers, are kind of, in general, tarot would be going in the right direction. They're all going that way. Where will the chips land? So I'll throw another one down that way. So now let's look here in this low vibration and see what's going on here real quick. Taurus, definitely pay attention to your Virgo, and definitely pay attention to your Gemini house, excuse me. All right, and here we have the 4 of Cups here. You have this Tower card here, and you also have the 3 of Pentacles here. All right, so understand that in this lower vibration, this is isolation, not really being open to certain offers and things, just kind of boredom, things of that nature sometimes. But there's this drastic change that may not be taken very well when you're dealing with this 4 of Cups. situation. And also you have this Three of Coins here, and the Three of Coins is a discussion of working together, building, creating, right? But at the end of the day, what's going to move up into this higher frequency, the working together, the building, the creating, the getting things in action and in motion, right? Knowing to have faith at where things land. And then you have this twin flame energy here. You also have this destructive energy at the base. Understand that when the Tower comes, things will fall. Try to balance things out and stay in good energy so that you can get into this Wheel of Fortune. When you're dealing with the Four of Cups here, the isolation, you may change out of that, right? And some may be changing into the isolation due to a little bit of confusion and cloudiness. And there may be some manipulation that's taking place. Here goes the Magician right here. Make sure that in the higher frequencies, this is a discussion of manifestation and not manipulation. And so, therefore, the confusion is not there in the middle frequencies. And the Four of Cups is the isolation is not there. You have to pay attention to how things move through the frequencies. And the thing that's very interesting when you look at this Taurus is that Taurus are earth signs, and you're dealing with this air sign. You're dealing with this Gemini energy, this mentality, this way of thinking. This is important for you to pay attention to. So with that being said, the focus definitely needs to stay there. Outside of that, let's look across this board real quick. The isolation, the giving and taking and balance within twin flame relationships for Tauruses that are in relationships or have divine connections. Pay attention to how you give and how you take, even if you have to kind of isolate for a second in this lower frequency. At the end of the day, there's Three of Coins, the working, building, and creating to get to this Six of Coins to manifest in a higher frequency. Pay attention to that. That's your earth energy and your air energy. Now, straight across in this middle frequency, this confusion, this overindulgence, this having to make choices about how you deal with things and things in motion, we're going to look at that. And then you have Judgment, the resurrection and renewal. The resurrection and renewal and going out. Hold on, my son is sitting here flagging notes while I'm trying to do a reading. So anyway, excuse me. Yes, you may. Meanwhile, he was having a national emergency. And guess what? That's that energy. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So we got this Judgment card that comes up, right? And so, this is about renewal, resurrection, rebuilding. What's going to be renewed? What's going to be resurrected? What can be created from this confusion, the giving, the taking, the finding balance, the things moving in motion? What will be resurrected? So I'm going to just look over there real quick. Alrighty, and so you have this Five of Coins here that comes up in this higher frequency. Alright, and then you have this Page of Pentacles or coins that come through. This is in the lower frequency, not really being mature and familiar in the physical realm. Well, that is your health, your wealth, your possessions, right? The things that may be resurrected or that one may be trying to resurrect in this middle frequency or need to avoid resurrecting in this middle frequency to not create loss is understanding what was going on down here in this lower frequency and understanding that the breakdown and the rebuild and then having to mature and do this another way where there's in this 9 a change out of confusion and also a change in how one gives and takes, a change in understanding that things are in action and motion. Things may be resurrected and brought back and renewed. Get into your Magician, get into your manifestation. Make sure that what you're trying to manifest is happiness, is good partnerships. Understand that these partnerships should not be bringing you to a lack. The partnership should be bringing one into getting over a lack. And the lack could be within wealth, fortune, manifestation, and partnerships. So make sure that you're interacting in the higher frequencies so that this Five of Coins is a discussion of you getting past that based off of these things that happen in the low frequency. And this goes on throughout the day and can go on throughout the day periodically depending on who you are and what your circumstances is and where your vibration and thinking is, right? But care for the earth, not only for the body, not only for your money, but for the actual earth is a discussion. And it's also letting you know to have gratitude in this house of Saturn, right? This Capricorn house, which also speaks of building and laying down your firm foundations and investing and building and work and employers and being successful also. So anyway, I'll speak to y'all on the next one. Smooches and deuces. Be good.